So I was sitting in the library today reading and just thinking about what I was going to talk about today. And it occurred to me that I've always wanted to collaborate with people and that it's like never really worked out. I actually wanted to be in a band. Like even when I was in high school I organised this band and it was called The Grunge Band for fairly ironic reasons because we didn't play grunge. Although it just didn't happen. It just my poor little band. It just didn't come together. And I released this this CD in high school too. It's called Metallic Scream. Probably can't see that in the light, but and it's got 27 tracks on there that I composed. They're sort of MIDI stuff. And I was thinking about this band because one of the things I was trying to do with this album was actually record one of these tracks live, and I arranged for a drummer and a guitarist, but again that never happened either. It's never really got off the ground somehow. And as I was sitting in the library thinking about all this, I remembered the song that we were going to play as a trio, and it's called Winter. And as soon as I thought about it, I just started cringing at how simple it was. And then I sort of kicked myself a little bit and said, you know, firstly, it's not as bad as I remember. Secondly, it's one of the first things I'd ever written musically. And it was experimenting with 3/4 time, which was something I hadn't really done before. But even more than that, it's not a song so much as just a structure to improvise over. But it got me thinking because it was such an extreme reaction to this thing, which is, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's an important part in my musical development, I suppose. And I thought, why did I react like that? And if I think about it, increasingly the thing that's holding me back when I go to do things is not even necessarily criticism from other people. It's, my own inner critic, if you will. So I'm going to try and stab that inner critic a few times and tell him to go away and carry on. But yeah, this is quite interesting because I always loved music, but it was something I struggled with, and I didn't end up studying it at school, mostly because the teacher there was not the most supportive person in the world. But I just, I taught myself musical notation and then just started composing things on the computer with a great program called Noteworthy Composer, and it literally just placed the notes where you wanted them and the duration and whatever else you wanted to. And, I couldn't play, half of, probably 3/4 of the things on this CD. And in fact, some of them you couldn't even play unless you had like multiple pianos. It was just, there's some crazy stuff on here, but it was, it's my beginnings, and I'm trying to embrace my humble beginnings. Because, you've got to start somewhere. And speaking of that, I uploaded a song on YouTube just with some archival footage called Born to Lose You. And that was a song that I've written probably about a year ago, and I struggled to work up the nerve to actually put it up. And then when I did put it up, it got like 5 comments and 40 views, and I got all emo and made it private. But in the spirit of owning one's meek beginnings, I've made it public again, so I'll link that here, and if you want to check that out, please do. Thanks for watching. This has been a long one.